Yo, 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 what's up? What's really good? It's your boy, Brandon Brevon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life, that there sports podcast where we talk about all of the necessary topics in sports and all of the necessary topics in life. Now, what is different? Clearly, we know what's different about this episode of Sports Plus Life. First of all, it's being done YouTube Live. First time I've done a Sports Plus Life live, and I'm gonna explain why. I normally do my Sports Plus Lives on Monday, where I do it on my studio equipment, where I can edit it and do all this other stuff. But I have choir rehearsal tomorrow, and I probably have choir rehearsal 2 to 3 times this week because next week or this coming up week is homecoming for my church. Shout out St. Paul's Baptist Church. It is homecoming, and yeah, we had to miss a rehearsal last week because our director was under the weather. And prayers out to you, Patrick. I hope you're well. Let's get ready so we can rock this joint on for homecoming. Now, so I was thinking, gee whiz, I know I'm not going to be home tomorrow. We get off work, go to church. I know I'm not going to be home tomorrow, probably till about 9:30, possibly 10 o'clock. I know I'm not going to feel like doing it then. And I probably have rehearsal on Tuesday. Same thing. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just knock it out now. I cooked dinner for the kids. They're with their mom. Well, I cooked my ass off too, bro. I did. I cooked my ass off, fried me some chicken, macaroni and cheese, spinach. But anyway, I digress. It is Sunday, July the 30th, 2000 of the 2-3. Now, shout outs to everybody who I need to shout out. Black and Gold fam in general. We're entering the realm of sports right now. Let's get to it. Now, if you look at the thumbnail, you know what I'm finna talk about. You know what the whole podcast was about last Monday. It was about the fight that I was so amped up, so excited for, and, just the fight because I'm a fight fan. So, that's where I'm going. And I had a ball last night. I had fun last night, I had my boys here. I had fam here. My cousin was here. My sister was here. We bust some spades, had music playing, watching the fights. And, it was a great time last night. It was an absolutely wonderful time at your boy crib last night. Absolutely. So if I don't sound like my normal energetic self, well, I had a long night. My cousin Jalen, who just graduated from JMU, shout out to him. He stayed over to about 3 a.m. We was just chilling, chopping it up. I mean, we called our Uncle Michael, who I mentioned on the show. We called Uncle Mike about 11:30 at night, his time. So it was like 2:30 our time, So we was just chilling, had a good time. We had a great time. Like I said, bust spades, all of that. But let's talk about the fight. Terrence Bud Crawford put on a show. Put on a virtuoso performance, the likes that I haven't seen in almost 20 years. As far as a performance in a championship fight, headlining a major pay-per-view. I could think of a couple of fights where it was such a one-sided ass whipping, and that's exactly what it was. It was a one-sided ass whipping by Terrence Bud Crawford. I predicted him to win. I thought it would be a close fight because this was pretty much a pick'em fight. Even though now David, cutting David, he almost nailed it. Terrence Crawford, the fight was stopped in the 9th round. Remember, David called Terrence Crawford to win in 8. I was giving Errol Spence the benefit of the doubt. I never thought he would win because I think Terrence Crawford is just better. It's really that simple. Terrence Crawford is just better because he's the more versatile boxer. He's, ambidextrous. And this is what I was telling folks last night when I was asking, who you got? Half the people said Spence, half the people said Crawford. They was like, well, why do you think why do you think Crawford's going to win? I said, he's a more versatile fighter. He's a more complete fighter. I said, Errol Spence, while he can be a good counterpuncher, but he's pretty much a come forward pressure fighter. And I said this on Sports Plus Life on Monday. I said, if he tries to fight inside with Terrence Crawford, that's a mistake. And people was like, well, he's good at that. That's a mistake. Remember, I was talking with RJ, and RJ was over here too. Said he does that with Bud, that's a mistake, because that's what Bud's waiting for. Now, Bud didn't, the first round was pretty much a fill-out process, probably the only round that Spence won, because Crawford was just really analyzing him. And after that, it was over. And the first thing I noticed in this fight, was Errol Spence's footwork was horrible. It's terrible. He's lunging in to try to get he's lunging in to try to score punches. And I was thinking to myself, I didn't want to say this out loud, because sometimes I have a habit of predicting what's going to happen in the fight too quick, based off of what I see the first round or the first 30 seconds of the fight. And it comes to fruition more likely than not. I'm not even saying this to try to brag. For example, like when Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis fought, the first 30 seconds, I said, Garcia's fighting the wrong fight. I said, he's trying to fight inside. I said, he's going to get dropped. He's going to get countered, and he's going to get dropped. And in the second round, I said it again. I said, he's doing the same thing. I said, you know what? He's about to get dropped because he's going to be off balance. And about 10 seconds later, he got dropped. So I kept this to myself the first 30 seconds of this fight. I said, Spence's his footwork is horrible. He's lunging in, and he's trying to big boy Crawford. I said, he's going to get caught with a flash knockdown. Might not get hurt, but he's going to get caught with a flash knockdown that could be big on the scorecards, because he's going to simply be off balance, and Bud is just going to pop shot him, and he's going to fall right on his butt. And in round two, I kept it to myself, and my homeboy Calvin, who's going to be on here a little later, Calvin is looking, what you see? Because he saw my face. What you see? I just kind of shook my head, like, because like I said, I didn't want to spoil it. And sure enough, second round, here comes Spence lunging in. All Crawford said was pat, pat, flash knockdown, not hurt. Spence's confidence was fucked up the rest of the fight. From there on, it was a one-sided ass whooping. By the fourth round, I just said, fuck it. I said, I'm not trying to spoil it for y'all. I said, but it's over. And they were like, what? There could be Spence could land a shot. I said, me and RJ were looking at each other, and RJ picked Spence to win. RJ looked at me and said, it's over. I said, I know it's over. I said, it's a wrap. I said, it is over. And then when the seventh round came and Bud dropped him twice, I looked at RJ, I said, Crawford doesn't have to do anything else, and he will win this fight easy. I said, the only way that's fathomable that Crawford blows this is if he completely falls asleep at the wheel. But Crawford was too motherfucking focused. Did you see Eminem at the ring walk? He came out and said the next undisputed welterweight champion, Terrence Bud fucking Crawford. And they played the song from 8 Mile, and Bud looked locked in, and he had a fishnet on his robe because Errol Spence was calling himself the big fish, and he said, I'm catching fish. And he put on a show. And there was, a couple of my friends who I talked to, they was like, I was disappointed in the fight. It shouldn't have been, because you witnessed greatness. It may not have been the pick'em fight like everybody, myself included, thought it was going to be, but you witnessed greatness. You witnessed a master at his craft. You witnessed something special last night if you watched that fight. I'm serious. You witnessed something very special. Terrence Crawford put on a breathtaking performance. I saw a reporter from CBS Sports say that was a religious experience for me. I was like, Lord. I mean, he beat him down. After the 7th round, I was thinking, oh my God, David is going to be right, because there's no way Spence makes it out of the 8th round. And even we was all in here saying, stop the fight. We were saying, stop the fucking fight. And Spence somehow made it through the 8th round, and then Terence Crawford put him on skates again, and that was a wrap. It was a one-sided ass whip. I haven't seen, like I said, I haven't seen a fight, a major championship fight, that one-sided. See, Pacquiao De La Hoya wasn't for a belt. That was just, a super fight. That was a money grab fight. I would honestly have to say, probably since Mayweather Arturo Gatti. And I said this earlier when I did a quick little video, and I tried to think about it later. But yeah, I'd have to say Mayweather Gatti, because, and it's more impressive by Crawford, because Floyd Mayweather's first headline pay-per-view fight was in 2005 against Arturo Gatti, 140-pound division. Gatti was the champ. Mayweather was the challenger, even though he was undefeated. Mayweather was heavily favored, and Floyd put on a show. I mean, he beat the shit out of Gatti. I believe they stopped it in like the 6th round. He crushed Gatti. But the difference is Gatti was not an undefeated champion in his prime. Errol Spence was arguably, this was the fight between arguably the two best fighters in the world. I mean, Spence was ranked 4 on pound for pound, Bud Crawford #1. But think if Spence had won that fight, he would have easily been elevated to #1. So you may have been looking at a fight last night between the two best fighters in the world, definitely the two best welterweights in the world, and it wasn't even close. He smoked his boots. And speaking of boots Ennis, my man, you're not going to see a ring with Terence Crawford or Errol Spence. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but they're both moving up to 154, which leads me to the next topic. A rematch. Is there a need for a rematch? I don't think so, because the fight was that one-sided. I don't think so. To me, a rematch is not necessary. Doesn't mean they're not going to do it, because it's a good cash grab. And if I'm Errol Spence, I mean, when you get your ass beat like that, I don't know if I want a rematch, but here's one thing that I'm definitely going to do. I'm going to go in the house and lock myself in my room for the next 3 weeks. I tell my family, here, check cleared, here's money, go do what you got to do. Leave me the fuck alone. I got embarrassed on in front of the whole world. You go on YouTube, you look at the rappers and actors' reaction, you got embarrassed. Your trainer should be ashamed of himself, because he should have stopped the fight, because by round 7, you weren't just getting beat, you were getting beat up. You were getting beat up, my guy. Like, you got your ass whooped. I mean, whooped. WHOOP''D. Whooped. I mean, you got beat down. And I don't say that to make fun, because I don't have anything against Errol Spence. I like Errol Spence as a fighter. I do. I like Errol Spence. That's why it was a hard fight for me to, I was rooting for Terence Crawford, but not because I dislike Errol Spence. I just fuck with Crawford. Crawford is just my dude. I've been a Crawford fan ever since I saw that fight against Yuriorkis Gamboa 9 years ago. And that's another point that I made, is that Errol Spence has never had to fight through duress the way that Terence Crawford has in a couple of his fights. I mean, the most duress I ever seen Spence under was against Sean Porter, which was a great fight. But I'd probably say against Sean Porter. But that Gamboa fight against Crawford, Gamboa came out and was giving it to Crawford the first couple rounds. And Crawford adjusted and did what he's done his whole career. Win and look spectacular doing it. Terence Crawford left no doubt that he is the best fighter in the world today. No question. This is one of those, man, I wish fights. Man, I wish this was like 8 years ago and you could have talked about seeing Crawford versus Floyd. Like, damn. Because as Crawford was coming up, Floyd was on the way out as far as major competition. I don't think Floyd would have wanted any part of Bud Crawford, though. I'm going to tell you something right now. I don't think he would have wanted no part of him. I'm just being honest with you. Bud is a different beast. But again, rematch. Is there a need for a rematch? I don't think so. But you're going to see it. because it's another money grab. If I was to do a rematch, if I was Errol Spence, I would not want a rematch this quick. You're talking about December, either December 9th or December 2nd. That's less than 5 months after you just got your face kicked in. I mean, did you see Errol Spence after the fight? God damn. You got your ass whooped. Whooped. I had to pull a bird, man. I'm watching the fight. I'm like, nigga, we finished and we done. Errol Spence ain't got nothing left. He got nothing left. So here's what rematch, 154, more likely than not. Maybe a catch weight of 150, 152. So that way it would technically be a welterweight fight and all of the belts would be on the line. If you fight at 154, none of Terrence Crawford's now 4 belts will be on the line. And I was listening to my man Carcino for Life. Shout out to you, bro. I listen to you quite frequently. You do know your shit when it comes to boxing. I know boxing too, bro. We should talk one day. I know my boxing. I've been watching boxing for over 30 years, and I know my shit too as well. But he said something where he said if Spence loses this fight, then he'll probably retire. I disagree with that. The only reason why I say I disagree with that is because now if he loses, whether it's at 152 or whether it's a catchweight, welterweight fight, or if it's a junior middleweight fight, if Spence loses this fight, which Spence is going to lose that fight, I think Spence will then go up to middleweight because if he loses a 154 fight to Crawford, even if he loses wherever the weight is at, if he loses Crawford again, you're not going to fight Charlo for his 4 belts because you wouldn't have earned it. Crawford would fight Charlo for the 4 belts, and that's after the results of Charlo versus Canelo. By the way, Charlo brothers and Charlo wives learn how to act in public. I mean, goddamn. You're getting smacked in the face, and the wives are fighting each other. Come on, now. They had Dave Chappelle moments of you. They should have never gave you niggas money. That was what I was thinking, seeing all of that bullshit happen with them. Like, are you serious? And listen, hey, Jamal Charlo, you got to see Caleb Plant after that. You don't get the shit smacked out of you like that, and you don't see this motherfucker in the ring. Both of y'all are middleweights. You got to see that man. He did, for all intents and purposes, he just open hand Draymond Green your ass. You got to see him. Anyway, back to the subject. If Errol Spence loses this fight, I think he just goes to middleweight. I just think he moves up to middleweight. His career will not be over. I think he'll go up to middleweight, possibly super middleweight. Possibly, because he's big enough where he can pull that off. Now, has he been exposed as a fighter? Yeah. Yeah. He'll beat most fighters with his style because he's athletic enough, he's skilled enough, and he has enough punching power. He's a bad stylistic matchup for Terrence Crawford. I saw the first 30 seconds of the fight. I was like, ooh, this shit finna get ugly. Ooh. When he tried the big boy Bud and Bud just pushed him off, I was like, uh-oh. I was like, uh-oh. This shit about to get ugly. And second round, like I said, footwork was horrible. I mean, Derek James, you the trainer of the year. How the hell can you have your top fighter having horrible foot movement like that? I honestly believe that Bud could have knocked him out under 6 rounds, to be honest with you. To be honest. Now, what do I think the result will be of a let's say the fight is at 154. I see no different result. The fight may go the distance. That's it. But I see no different result because now when a person beats you like that, it's in your mind. And then you're going directly back in like less than 5 months later. Think about it. July 29th, December 2nd or December 9th, that ain't no damn 6 months. That ain't no damn 5 months. That is a little over 4 months later that you going in to fight this man who just kicked your face in. Kicked your motherfucking face in. Your pride is fucked up, but it's your pride that wants to get right back in there with him. And I think the result will be the same. I just think the fight will go to distance, to be honest with you. to be honest. You'll get your money grab, but boy, 2023 ain't going to be a good year of boxing for you, sir. Go ahead with the rematch if you want to. I don't think it's necessary. I don't. I'll watch it. Of course I'll watch it. I'm a boxing fan. I'm a diehard boxing fan. But it's again, the most I can see happening is the fight goes to full 12. But I see the result being the same because once again, it's in your mind now. So you're going to be trying so hard to not do what you did the first fight. And Crawford is still going to tee off on you because he's the more versatile fighter, period. He's the more versatile fighter. Unless you catch him. That's the only chance you got is if you catch him. If you have an Antonio Tarver versus Roy Jones moment where you catch him and he don't get up. That's the only. I mean, puncher always has a chance. So, but that's about it. That is about it. So, I mean, like I said, I wouldn't do it because it was that one-sided of an ass whooping. And when you see an ass whooping that one-sided, do you really want to see that again? You know, do you really? I mean, like I said, I'll watch it because I'm a boxing fan. But in general, now I'm finna call Big C right now because Big C was over here last night. We had fun. We played some spades, beat him down in spades. Marcus, I'm coming for you as far as spades goes. But yeah, we're gonna get to it. Hello? We are live, brother. I'm going over the fight. Okay, I'm ready. Well, first of all, your reaction, sir, to what we witnessed last night.
I mean, it is what it is. It looked like Crawford spent the first he spent the first round learning, dude. Because if you go back and watch it, after they hit that bell, he had this look in his face like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, I got your ass now.
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then when what's the other nigga name?
Spence.
When he went down, the way he got up, it was like he was in a whole nother place. he was not used to that. You know what I'm saying? He was in a whole nother place. And you see that in sports sometimes, like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the sport is, you know, you have a game plan, and your game plan will be off a little bit. And in football, you lose by 20 points. Basketball, you lose by 50 points. In boxing, you get your face rearranged. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You get your face rearranged. That's all that was. You know, I mean.
And his face got rearranged. Oh my God.
I mean, it is what it is. You know, it ain't like, you know, he not who we thought he was, or this dude is, you know what I'm saying? It was a master class of, you know what I'm saying? That dude, it seemed like he relied on experience and speed, because you know what I'm saying? He was a sniper out there. Every time dude hit him, he was surprised. Like, that ain't what I saw. You know what I'm saying?
That right jab was pasting his ass all night.
And Crawford, I don't think the dude blinked 9 times the whole night. That dude right in his face. I think it was the 7th round. He threw that like that little. It looked like an uppercut, but it might not have been. He wasn't even looking at him. He was looking elsewhere, like he felt it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me see if I fit this in there. Boom! And then once it connected, it was like shark in the water.
Yep. Absolutely. And you look, you remember I said around the 4th round, I looked at my homeboy RJ, I looked at you, I said, bro, I don't want to spoil this for everybody, but it's over. That was before he dropped him 2 more times because I just saw the way the fight was going. First of all, Errol Spence's his foot movement was horrible. Horrible. You're lunging in. That's why he got dropped the first time. You're lunging in. You're leaving yourself wide open and off balance for just a little pop shot. Nothing to hurt you, but just pow, pow, sit you on your ass. And he never adjusted from that. And see, Errol Spence, to be honest with you, Errol Spence is not a good defensive fighter. That's why his fights are so exciting. He's a great offensive fighter, but he's not a good defensive fighter. Terrence Crawford is a good defensive fighter. I'm not going to sit here and say he's Floyd Mayweather or Pernell Whitaker. He could be, but Crawford's more of a fighter. You know, he's more of a fighter. He's knocked out his last 11 opponents. But, you know, but you put his complete package together. You put his offensive style, the fact that he can fight conventional, he can fight southpaw. You put his wizardry together, and he was a master. You saw, I said this before we got on the line because I talked to a couple people who said, I was kind of disappointed in the fight. I said, I don't know how, because you saw greatness. You saw greatness in there. I mean, look, when Eminem came out, I was like, oh, this nigga ready. He ready.
Yeah.
He is ready. And you saw greatness. You saw something special last night. No, it wasn't the pick'em fight that we all thought it was going to be, but you saw something truly magnificent and special. And, you know, you have a fight between the two best guys in the world, and you get that one-sided of an ass whipping. You know, by round 7, by round 8, we're all screaming, stop the fight, because he was, by that time, he wasn't even just getting beat. He was getting beaten up.
Yeah, it was one-sided by all accounts of how it went down, but it was lost. It was because simply it was lost before it started. Whatever he thought was gonna happen didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. Whatever he thought was gonna happen ain't happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. It was a demolition. It was a virtuoso performance for a fight of that magnitude. And this was the biggest fight since Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. And to me, this was a bigger fight because you had two undefeated champions fighting a unification fight for all of the marbles. Two undefeated fighters fighting for all the marbles. And Terrence Crawford put on a show like that.
But I was getting ready to say this, but when we were talking about who we got, I was going to say this to your cousin, but I didn't want to scare him. You know what I'm saying? But when he was asking who I got in my mind and in my body, I was like, you always go for who's uglier. Because other people, you know what I'm saying? It's just, he was a little uglier than dude.
I pray to God Terrence Crawford don't watch this. He gonna find you and punch you in the face. I said, I pray to God Terrence Crawford doesn't watch this because he gonna find you and he gonna punch you in the face.
He just walked away with $6 million. He don't give a fuck.
No. I tell you one person he ain't ugly to, his baby mama. Shit.
Yeah, well, my dad do that. My dad came alive.
That motherfucker get more handsome by the fight.
Yeah. But that's probably the killer talk because it's your fucking fault.
Me?
Yeah, because you don't remember I was like I bought the bottle. You said bring some liquor. I bought the bottle. You was like when I bought it, you was like, damn, you bought this whole big ass bottle. I said, well, that's what I had in the freezer, you know.
Yeah.
And I ain't, you know. And then once your sister came over there and she left the tequila, you were like, yeah, leave the bottle. I'm like, okay, he got him a whole bottle of the People's Champ with that Caramel. He don't need my little shit no more.
Shit.
And I'm like, well, you don't need my shit no more. Let me get this. He's like, no, I want that.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, but shit. So let me get that. I didn't think you was gonna do it.
Oh
He
yeah.
like, that shit, you can take that tequila. I don't drink.
I really don't,
Like,
to be honest with you. But I mean, it's a great gesture. I mean, because you don't come to a party, bring a bottle, then take it back. So her leaving the tequila, it was a good gesture. But I wasn't gonna. I mean, it'd have been sitting in my cabinet for a long time because every time I drink tequila, I don't know, man. The next morning is not usually isn't good for me.
Whatever you don't know, I'm experiencing right now. So I'm like, I sat and I looked at this bottle for like 15 minutes this evening. I'm like, man, I gotta drink this shit. Brandon stole my fucking arm and shit. So let me try this shit. And when I started drinking that shit, like, oh my god. But no, it's all good.
Yeah, look, you have to watch this live. You should be on your phone looking on live right now. I wish you to see my facial expression. He said Brandon stole my shit. People, YouTube world, he bought a bottle and put it in my freezer and is gonna accuse me of thievery. The nerve of this guy.
Nobody touched it.
I actually did have a drink of it. I actually did have a drink of it.
When I thought you was going, when I said I take this drink, I just knew. Well, I just knew you was gonna go with the fucking I don't know why I thought that. You know, so I just knew you was gonna take the tequila. Like, yeah, I take that. Well, once you said no, you can have that shit.
Did I really say it like that?
Yeah, you like, yeah, you can have this shit. I want this. You like, I can have this. You can have this shit. You don't remember? I was in the kitchen. I said, well, you don't need my little cheap shit.
I remember. I remember. Wait, look. You know why I only had one drink of the Superior? Because I had been drinking dark the whole night. So I had one drink of the Superior because I used to drink Superior all the time. Me and my homeboy Jazz. That was my homeboy Jazz's drink. Like, yeah. That shit, I haven't had that in a minute. So I was like, oh my gosh, Bacardi, the Superior?
That's all I got. You like, you good, even though I don't fuck with that dark. In my mind, I thought, he got him some of that Captain Jack Sparrow in the cut. You know what I'm saying? And then once she brought that junk and she was and what happened and shit. And I was like, oh yeah, okay, I ain't gotta get another bottle. Brandon ain't gonna want this shit.
Shit. I'm drinking some of it right fucking now. Thank you, Calvin. But then, look, I got a refrigerator. Let me tell you something. I got a refrigerator full of beer, and you know I don't drink beer.
I missed that. I don't know how I missed that.
I got a refrigerator full of beer. I don't drink beer. Have at it, bro. I appreciate everybody for kicking in. That's great. But you know me. You know I don't drink beer. So I was just saying, bring whatever adult beverage you want to drink. It's cool with me. Because I know who's going to bring liquor. And I know who's going to bring beer.
But you know why I didn't drink? You know what stopped my drinking? Besides in Rifle's Finest? The fucking chicken you fucking cook. I was like, oh my, I was full of some shit. I was like, what the fuck?
I still got it, bro.
Yeah, that was that ain't even some boasting shit. I was like, yeah. Yeah, this shit good. The only thing that was missing was the fucking spaghetti.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
And it'd have been a Brandon party right there, boy.
Bro, to be honest with you, I didn't even want to cook the chicken, but Denise, she hit me up and was like, "Yo, I give you she's like, "Yo, you got a pot where you could, you got a pot where you could deep fry some chicken." At first, I thought she was gonna cook it. Then she asked me what. Then I'm serious. Then she sent me, huh? Hey, look, nigga, I didn't go on to other people's house and cook some chicken. I'm just saying. So I thought she was gonna cook it because I had asked. Because at first I had asked her. I said, "Okay, well, you want me to cook it? That's fine. That's cool. Just bring it to me early." But she said she was out and about, so she didn't get over here till like 8:30. But the chicken was pretty much thawed out. So I said, chicken strips ain't gonna take no time. So I figured, I was like, okay, so if I'm gonna cook, I made the batter and everything else, and did what I do. Like, bro, because like I said, I wasn't gonna cook. That's why I told niggas bring pizza because I didn't feel like cooking. But the next one on September 30th for Canelo and Charlo, I'm gonna do the tacos. I'm gonna make tacos and nachos.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. You speaking my language right there. Let me tell you something. I came across a lot of recipes that I be willing to finance that shit if you gonna make it.
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make I'm gonna get some chicken. Huh? What'd you say?
I said I done seen a lot of fucking recipes for some nachos, some steak, chicken, and shrimp shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know what I'm saying? Like, I experiment on my own anyway, but
Yeah.
to have like somebody like really be doing anything, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I'm gonna get some diced up chicken, and I'm gonna get some probably some ground beef, and I'm gonna make the meat, and I'm gonna buy, I'm gonna buy the cilantro and the corn and the hard shells and the soft shells, and y'all have at it for that joint. So, and I'm gonna have some tortilla chips too. So, and I'm gonna have the liquid, the cheese, all that. I'm gonna do it. You done look. You done been in my crib. You done been on enough of my fight parties where you done seen me do the shit. So, but let me get back on the topic of the fight. So they are apparently gonna do a rematch. Do you think a rematch is necessary?
Well, yeah. he can't keep doing what he's doing and not want to rematch with the biggest loss of his career.
So far, the only loss of his career.
That's third from him. You know what I'm saying? Well, for the rest of us, we pretty much feel like we've seen what we need to see, right?
Yeah, that's the way I feel. I feel like I don't think it's necessary. It'll be another money grab, but to me, it's not only just of a rematch. It's a rematch in December, in early December, less than 5 months after you just got your face kicked in, bro. Are you ready for that? That's my thought.
But like I said, that don't seem like it was won and lost before they even got to the building. Some type of game plan was over, and I'm not saying that the same shit can't happen as far as like fumbling what you gonna do and execution. You know what I'm saying? Because he can always switch it up because because Seth will go back and look what he did and look back what himself did and say, okay, I do this. And if you Crawford, you say, okay, I did this to him. You know what I'm saying? He is gonna think I'm gonna do the same thing, and boom. You know what I'm saying? It's a you know how sports go.
Yeah.
Like you always say, well, you always say this, second, and third is a game of matchup. You know what I'm saying? When you're in boxing, there's nobody out there but you and your trainers. We think we gonna do this, we gonna do that. Because I remember them saying like Crawford is he can fight ambidextrous.
Yeah.
Neither one of them was used to fighting a southpaw fighter. You know what I'm saying? So that might play into it a little bit.
You said neither one of them was used to fighting a southpaw fighter?
I think that's what they said on the TV, right?
Well, I mean, I think Terrence Crawford has fought some southpaws. That's why he's so comfortable switching to southpaw, because Terrence Crawford is naturally a conventional fighter. He's naturally right-handed. But the fact that he's ambidextrous, when he's fighting the one advantage that a southpaw has against other fighters is, for one, the foot movement, and generally most fighters are conventional. Well, when you Terrence Crawford and you're able to fight southpaw, you turn and fight southpaw, it's an even fight stylistically. So now maybe Spencer was not used to fighting southpaws, maybe, but Crawford, yeah, he's fought a few. I mean, it's
right. That's what I'm saying. Think about it. Crawford is used to fighting southpaw. He can fight either way.
Mm-hmm.
And can't fight for one way, then that's an advantage.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the main reason why I picked him, because he's the more versatile fighter. No, he's a more versatile fighter. And to me, and I think they're going to have this rematch at a higher weight. You know, this was fought at 147, the welterweight limit. This fight is probably going to be fought at junior middleweight, which is 154, 7 pounds up. I don't think that changes the outcome of the fight. I just think if that's the case, then I think the fight will go to full 12. But I don't see it being any different because Errol Spence, while he's a gifted offensive fighter, he's a bad defensive fighter. It's just what it is. He's a bad defensive fighter.
He just gonna hope he hit you on it.
Yeah, I mean, to me, the only chance he has is a puncher's chance, is if he happens to catch Crawford. If he happens to catch Crawford, and it's not impossible. I've seen Terrence Crawford rock before, but he has to catch him with a punch where he don't get up. That's the only chance I would give him. He got to catch him with a punch where he got to catch him with that night nigga punch.
Yeah, I get that. So let me ask you this. To get to this fight to happen, did somebody have to come down? Did somebody have to come up?
No, they were both welterweights. So this is where
they most confident when they do their most damage at in this jump.
Yes, but Spence is the naturally bigger fighter, so and plus Crawford said at the post fight he's tired of trying to make 147 too. Both of them want to move up to the next weight class. They both want to move up to 154.
So they tired of trying to come down.
Yeah. But they both, like, Spence has fought his whole career as a welterweight. Terrence Crawford started off as a junior welterweight in the 140-pound division. He's been a welterweight for about the last 5 years. And because he was the undisputed junior welterweight champion. He's now the undisputed welterweight champion. And I think Crawford wants to make history and be the first person in the 4-belt era to be undisputed champion in 3 different weight classes. The only other person who did it was Clarissa Shields. Clarissa Shields, she's been undisputed in 2 different weight classes. So he's the first man to do it, but I think he wants to be the first person to be undisputed champion in 3 different weight classes. Now, Jermell Charlo, the dude who's fighting Canelo in 2 months, he's the undisputed 154-pound champion. When he fights Canelo in September, that's going to be at super middleweight. That's going to be for Canelo's belts. He'll still be the undisputed junior middleweight champion. That's who Crawford is trying to see. Like Charlo was sitting ringside. After the fight was stopped, he jumped on the ropes and started talking shit to Charlo. He's saying, "I'm coming for you."
So even if you okay, because and hopefully this helps to listen to. So because I'm still kind of a baby when it comes to boxing shit.
Right.
You said dude is what you say, middleweight?
Junior middleweight.
Junior middleweight. And if Crawford comes up to fight at that weight,
mm-hmm.
if he loses, do he loses the belts that are the featherweight, or does he?
No. When you move up to a different weight class, you don't take your, like, Crawford is now the undisputed welterweight champion. If he goes and fights a junior middleweight, that has nothing to do with his welterweight belts. Yeah, he keeps him. Yeah, he keeps him. Now, if he goes up there and he permanently says, "I'm not going to fight at 147, I'm not going to fight at welterweight anymore," then what will happen? He will vacate all of his titles. He'll vacate his belts, and then there'll just be 4 belts up for grabs.
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
See, when Charlo is going up to fight Canelo at super middleweight. So Charlo is the undisputed. He has all 4 belts. He's the undisputed junior middleweight champion, but he's moving up to super middleweight to fight Canelo for Canelo's 4 super middleweight championship belts. That.
I see what you're saying about this Broncos and
Oh yeah, that shit. We about to talk. We about to talk about that. That shit is real.
Okay. Before you switch gears, so I know, like, as a boxer, about fighting a certain class, you vacate that.
Yeah, once you say I'm never gonna, like, when Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, when they would go up the weight class and say, okay, I'm gonna fight at, like, I'm fighting at 135. Okay, I done won the belts. Okay, now I'm gonna move up to 140. I'm not gonna fight at 135 no more. You got to give those belts up. Got to give them up.
Okay, all right. I feel better.
Well, now let's definitely switch subjects, because that's the only other thing I want to talk about as far as sports. My Denver Broncos. My. I haven't talked much about my Denver Broncos during the offseason, because I talked so much shit about them really for the last 2 off seasons, and they've let me down both seasons. Particularly last year, we got Russell Wilson. I predicted the Denver Broncos would be in the AFC Championship game. Man, was I wrong. I was very wrong. So I have kept my mouth shut, even though I'm excited about head coach Sean Payton. Sean Payton has now put us on Front Street by coming at the last head coach, Nathaniel Hackett, saying that it was one of the worst coaching jobs in NFL history. Here's the thing about it. I don't disagree with him. I agreed with him 100%. You just don't hear a coach say that about another head coach publicly. But I agreed with everything he said. I was mad that he tried to apologize and walk it back. What the fuck for? You said it. Stand on that shit. Now Aaron Rodgers has come back at Sean Payton, saying that it doesn't make any sense for a man who's accomplished as much as he has to be that insecure in himself, where he talks about another head coach. Shots fired. Broncos and Jets play each other in week 5. You think that one is going to be must-see TV? I believe so. I don't give a fuck long as we win. But how do you feel about this situation, Big C?
Well, I agree with you that Sean Payton went wrong, but Aaron Rodgers is not wrong either. I can look at it like, Sean Payton is, he probably went up there, not went up there, but he probably in his mind, in his heart was like, I got to defend
Wilson.
Privately and publicly. Like, it's not your fault, and didn't calculate the risk and the consequences of what he just said. You know what I'm saying? But, both dudes are right. You know what I'm saying? Because, that on paper, that Broncos team was supposed to be able to do some damage.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It was supposed to be able to do some damage.
Yes.
So yes, it was one of the worst things. But we've seen like one thing about the NFL and all the sports. It's not that many different scripts, all season scripts. So you see this script before, like, okay, you know what I'm saying? One coach gets the job. You know what I'm saying? This is 30 a piece away, gets a major piece, overhaul. He gets you know what I'm saying? A coach comes in with high expectations, blah, 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 blah. They feel like they want major piece away. Get that major piece. They fumble. Then they get a bigger head coach. You know what I'm saying? You've seen that before. No other coach, that has not happened until a coach coming in and talks about the last coach. I don't think you've seen that before. You know what I'm saying? And what Aaron Rodgers is probably doing is use that to deliver bulletin board material. Because he said he played week 5. They come out the gate.
Yeah.
They come out the gate 1-4. They can come out the gate 0-4. But they came right there in circle.
Oh yeah,
and
definitely.
All the bad feelings you gonna feel, all that bad feelings you had at 0-4. Not saying they gonna go 0-4, but I'm just saying hypothetically, that go out the window.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, that game is definitely personal.
Yeah.
That game is definitely personal. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
And that game, because nobody really had those two teams going to the Super Bowl, but those teams have higher expectations than you would normally have because of what they did and what they added. They added Tom Payton, Super Bowl winning coach. The Jets added a Super Bowl winning quarterback, former MVP. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think the Broncos' expectations are as high as the Jets.
Yeah, but this New York, nobody's expectations are high as them.
No, but I'm saying I don't think the Broncos I don't think the Broncos. People expect the Jets to possibly to be a Super Bowl contender. I don't think Denver has that type of expectation because people, there are a lot of people who simply don't believe in Russell Wilson anymore. But
if you forget the last 3 years, then no, they're not a Super Bowl contender because the last 3 years to punch you bring in you a accomplished quarterback, you will automatically guarantee a significant chance to make the Super Bowl.
Right.
You know, when we had this conversation in 2017, 18, or 19. You feel?
You talking about my Broncos?
I'm talking about the Jets.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, look. The Jets haven't been anywhere since Mark Sanchez. I mean, people.
But yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, exactly, because people try to clown him, butt fumble, this, that, and the third. The last time the Jets were relevant, 2 straight AFC championship years. I understand how great that defense was, but your quarterback was Mark Sanchez when you went to 2 straight AFC title games. They haven't been relevant in 13 years.
And you know what that goes to show you, too. You can be a first-round pick and have a stellar defense. A top 5 pick have a stellar defense, but the New York media will chew you up and spit you out. Imagine if Brett Ryan and Sanchez, the same group, was like in Indianapolis, around the same time. You know what I'm saying? I think he don't look as bad. You know what I'm saying? But
no.
The New York media is just vicious.
No, I mean, but see, think about this if you're a New York Jets fan. 2009, you go to the AFC Championship game. 2010, you go to the AFC Championship game. 2011, people are calling you to go to the Super Bowl. You don't make the playoffs, and the Giants win the Super Bowl.
That's New York, and that's probably why a city like that has to win.
Yep.
Because, you know what I'm saying? I think we're saying the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, once the Giants won the Super Bowl, it was like, oh, fuck, you know, this would never work. This would never, you know what I'm saying? And like, had they been, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I know the NFL is fast paced, you know what I'm saying? That period of time, I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, a big, especially New York, of any sports team that they got, and any other city out there that has that type of, but nobody else has that type of mission, you know what I'm saying? But the window is short. It's like, it's like everybody else is playing. Everybody else is doing like it's like a relay race. You know what I'm saying? We can get it here. We can get it here. Can we get it here? Can we get it? Now, but the Jets are like the New York media. Their sports teams are on like a Olympic runner timeline. It's like all this time, all this build up, and it's like let's take fuck them. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I mean, look, I'm not at all with the Jets like a lot of other people are. You know, there are people saying, they won 7 games last year with Zach Wilson and Mike White as their quarterback. Aaron Rodgers is automatically going to add 4 or 5 more wins. You're saying that as if you think that everything is going to be the exact same thing this season that it was last season. That's not the case.
That's not the case.
The Jets play in arguably the toughest division in football.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say the AFC East, the AFC North, to me, are the best divisions in football.
Yeah, they not so outside because you never know. Because you know the Dolphins was 2 concussions away from wreaking havoc and you know what I'm saying. And the Bills, you know what they can do. And the Patriots, you can't never count them cats out.
Nah, you can't. They should have got DeAndre Hopkins. Bill Belichick. Look, if I'm Robert Kraft, Bill Belichick cannot be my GM no more. Because it worked while it worked, but it's not working no more. You know, in the Tom Brady days, you could make decisions like that. You could choose not to pay a player or release a player too early before too late. Brady's not your quarterback, and you simply don't have the talent, particularly on the offense. Defense, fine. We all know Belichick gonna put out a great defense, but on offense, you simply do not have the talent to try to lowball anybody. I mean, you talking about because of $3 million, you don't have DeAndre Hopkins.
If Brady was a quarterback, DeAndre Hopkins would be a Patriot right now.
Oh, no fucking question about it. No question. No question. Yeah, no question. If Brady was a quarterback, yeah, Hopkins would be there. You know, but I mean, but you're letting $3 million. I mean, you know.
Yeah. But you know what? What same thing will make you laugh, make you cry.
Mm-hmm.
You take this situation and hold it in your mind and go back 4, 5, 6 years with Jimmy Garoppolo. That was the dude that Belichick wanted.
Well, you know what? To Jimmy Garoppolo's defense, he's been to a Super Bowl and a conference championship. I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So Belichick's like, okay, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? He's probably saying it to his mind, but he can't say it to the nigga face. Like, you just gonna have to live with what I do. You know what I'm saying? This is kind of what you put me in this situation. We could still be rolling like a rolling stone. So, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna take time. I found the dude. You know how hard it is to find a dude like that? And then find him again, possibly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, you're talking to a Bronco fan. We ain't been shit since Peyton Manning. And that's a long time ago now.
No, I get it. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I think my I've been writing this little song that I think I'm gonna be singing for the next 12 months. It's been around the world, and now I can't find Tom Brady. I don't know when, I don't know why. Why he's gone away. Like, I feel like I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Those type of players, same thing make you laugh, make you cry. You know what I'm saying? Like, they raise your because fuck this shit. Like, we were conventional football fans. This our fans, we gonna ride with them no matter what. Then once these niggas roll into town and do what they do, nothing is good enough. Nothing underneath a Super Bowl is good enough.
Let me tell you.
Those type of players turn you into Dallas Cowboy fans.
Oh no. Don't go there. That's one reason why Errol Spencer got his ass whipped last night. I don't know if you watched the All Access, the first episode of All Access. Who does he have sitting next to the ring while he's in training camp? Micah Parsons. I said, bad juju. And then what's the next scene go to? He goes to Dallas Cowboys practice mini camp. Shit. You surround what I said this last night. I said you surround yourself with losers on the field. Not talking about in life. You surround yourself with people who ain't used to winning at their athletic sport. Okay. What happened? Errol Spence got embarrassed. Anyway, that's my Cowboy shot for the show. Just quick word on Tom Brady, bro. I hear the song. It made me laugh. Brady was through. He was done. He was finished. The only reason why y'all even won those 7 games is because he had his last hurrah Tom Brady moments that season against the Rams and against the Saints. He was done. He was finished. That's why I think he knew it too.
What you say now?
I said Tom Brady was done. I said I understand the song that you sung. It made me laugh, but he was finished. The only reason why y'all even had 7 wins is because Brady had his last 2 hurrah Brady moments against the Rams and against the Saints. He was finished.
I can't even argue that right now because I'm a little tipsy, but I'm gonna tell you this. If Antonio Brown don't have a meltdown in 2022,
that may be.
And win.
That may be that very well may be, because I remember I called you after the first game against the Cowboys in 2021. I said AB looked like Pittsburgh Steelers AB, but it happened. But in 2022, Brady was finished. He was done.
Yeah.
He hit the proverbial wall. He fell off the cliff. Whatever. He was finished.
Yeah, I know. He looked like to put it in context. He looked like Errol Smith last night. Like,
yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep. I mean, you won the division because you played in the worst division in the league last year. I'm just calling a spade a spade. The only reason why you won that division is because the NFC South was horrible. Was horrible. Because Tom Brady was shot. He was shot.
I get that. Between the divorce and all that other shit.
Yes, exactly. He was shot. All of that stuff combined together. Yes, between his personal life and he did not have it on the field. I mean, I thought the first game of the season against the Cowboys, well, okay, well, they won convincingly, 19-3, but damn, I felt like Brady left a lot of points on the board. That was the entire season, bro.
that was still we like the first two games, that was still Brady residue. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
When you were that talent, damn, I wish you were on a podcast, but I'm about to say something real crazy.
Well, go ahead, say it, bro. Say it.
It's almost like when you have a player like that. Okay, think about when you in your life. It's almost like good sex. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have like good, like great, you get some great pussy from somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna react and behave a certain way until that shit run off. That shit has the expiration date. Once people started saying that Brady won't Brady no more, it was a wrap. The only people didn't know Brady won't Brady no more was us.
Yep.
Because we couldn't believe that because we have them. You know what I'm saying?
Well, when it was mid-season and I saw, Tampa Bay, their offense was just sucked, for lack of a better term. I was just like, they tried to blame it on Mike Evans and they tried to blame it on Todd Bowles. And I'm like, nah, bro. He doesn't have it anymore.
Do you remember what I said? I mean, I remember telling you, it's like, one of the things I said, number one is Ryan Jensen ever gonna play? But yeah, that was an injury. But I also said that, this dude is not throwing the ball past 10 yards. You know what I'm saying? He looked like, who he looked like? He like Drew Brees in 2026.
Yeah. They had that one game against the Panthers where he aired it out to Mike Evans. That was it. He had you saw glimpses of Tom Brady. You saw glimpses of what we were used to seeing. He couldn't put it together in consecutive weeks anymore. That's why when they played the Cowboys and when y'all played the Cowboys in the playoffs, I said, I don't fucking like Tom Brady. But god damn, if you have one more great game, muster it up this week.
And he almost did. I think his last pass was a fucking he still had enough pass. His last touchdown was a Julio Jones. That was a guy.
But after that first quarter, that was it. I'm not gonna lie. I put this on my Facebook page because I was like, I don't have anything against Tom Brady personally. I was just sick and tired of him. I said, this might be sacrilegious. I said, I am borderline enjoying this. And I hate the Dallas Cowboys. I hate them with a passion, but I was borderline enjoying that shit. I was like, maybe now Tom, because he never lost to the Cowboys. I'm like, maybe now Tom Brady will realize it's time to go. You ain't got it no more, dude.
Make you cry. Maybe the football God said, okay, now the Cowboys will be only good enough to beat Tom Brady in the playoffs.
Maybe.
Tom Brady's not in the playoffs no more.
Maybe, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, he had a great career. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I was ready for Brady to retire after the Super Bowl against the Falcons. I was like, you got it. That was a hell of a comeback. You got it, nigga.
Yeah, that was a hard. I'm gonna tell you, I was ready too. I was ready after the Rams Super Bowl because remember you called me, you was like, yeah, y'all might get Tom Brady.
I told you it was gonna happen.
I was like, whatever, we're not about to do that. He was like, yeah, y'all got Tom Brady, and then y'all ready for the Super Bowl. I was ready to hang up on you. And I didn't believe anything you said until the wild card weekend. I thought we might got a chance. We're playing the Redskins.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Redskins almost beat us, not the Commanders.
No, they were actually the football team then.
I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? Once we beat them, I was like, oh shit. And then once we beat
the Saints.
I didn't believe. Once we beat the Saints, oh, that's correct.
Yeah, see, I figured y'all was gonna beat Washington. I didn't think I was gonna beat the Saints. And it was you beat the Saints because Drew Brees had an absolute meltdown. He hit the wall. He was done. Drew Brees hit the wall in the second half of that game. New Orleans was beating the shit out y'all. And you had the one defensive turnover, and then everything was snowball. After that, Drew Brees kept throwing he just kept throwing interception after interception after interception. The only person who threw a touchdown that game for the Saints was Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston. Yeah, and that's kind of probably a turning point, too, because it was like, okay, if they put him in the game to throw this, Drew Brees can't throw.
He can't throw. He couldn't. Drew Brees couldn't throw past 15 yards. That's all of their passes was dink and dunks to Kamara.
Like everything he's done, like far as how he plays, everything is a time and throw. Like
yep.
You never see Drew Brees force no pass in there. You've seen Aaron Rodgers, you've seen Brady, you've seen a lot of. He was. I think his arm was so much more because I know players are. You can't. It's hard to come. I think you can compare quarterback arms so much more closer than what we do because Brees, his arm was so much like Peyton Manning. And I'm not saying like I'm only saying his arm. I'm only saying like far as the ball, how the ball comes out and the velocity of it. It has this, you know what I'm saying? It's not just it's time and it's like I read the defense. I don't even see the catch. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like and it's not when I say arm, I don't mean like what's the arm motion. I mean just even like Kurt Warner, Drew Brees, and Peyton Manning had this type of automatic. They just calculated the. You know what I'm saying? It was just so calculated. You know, in the ball, you never see them throw a fastball like force nothing in there.
Oh no. Yeah. Their arm strength was not their specialty. I mean. Maybe in close quarters, but definitely not down the field. But see, that's what you said about Drew Brees is what gets me excited as a Broncos fan about Sean Payton being our coach. Drew Brees, everybody knew Drew Brees the last 3 years of his career. Come midseason, his arm was shot. He couldn't throw the ball past 15, 20 yards. But Sean Payton was able to get what he did well out of him through the late stages of his career. And still win 12, 13 games every year. And I believe he can do the same thing with Russell Wilson, who is not.
I think that injury that Drew Brees he had like early on in his career.
Yeah, when he was with the Chargers.
Hampered him later on.
That happened against us, actually. I remember when that shit happened. It was happened because of John Lynch, actually.
You know, you might get, and I'm gonna say this too, because you might get. I hope you get bored one day and look at it, but like if these are the first game last year, the second game last year with us, I think Brady's arm was hurt too. You know what I'm saying?
They said that. I mean, like I said, bro, you know, you had the documentary Time versus Time and all this other shit. Well, Father Time's undefeated, bro. Now, Tom Brady gave him a hell of a run.
You're 40-some years old, 15, 16 years later, you know what I'm saying? You bounce back in a couple of weeks, but it takes a lot of time to arm it. That's another thing we need to do. As far as like when we was talking about like the I'm just speaking as people like I'm talking to my nigga on the phone. I don't even I'm talking podcast. The goddamn when we talking about like far as like other ones too, but those are the ones I think of right now. You have that style of throwing. But then you have like Rogers and Elway and Marino. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Favre. Like, them type cats. Them type cats was special. Like, I don't think I've ever seen nobody throw the ball like Marino. Well, and you know, Mahomes too. Mahomes, I feel like Mahomes and Elway are so much more similar than you have ever Brandon Towns ever admitted or even considered. I don't know if it's a baseball background, but the way they stand, like, you know, Marino don't. I mean, Elway don't run around like Mahomes do and all that other crazy shit. But the way they stand and they wind it up.
He did early in his career.
Right? Huh?
Elway was a runner early in his career.
Okay, but I'm saying he don't run like he do now, like dude did, but the NFL is different. But what I'm saying is just right now, even if once we get off the phone and you get to think about this shit, think about how Mahomes and Elway throw that fucking ball. It might be the baseball career.
It may be. I mean, Mahomes doesn't have the powerful arm like Elway has, but definitely that baseball background helps.
Nobody besides probably
Favre, yeah. The most powerful arm I've seen of me watching football in my life was Elway and Favre. Where they could literally break your fucking hand by throwing the ball.
Yeah. I've seen Aaron Rodgers fire a couple of pitches in there, but
yeah, but see, Aaron Rodgers, when it comes to throwing, Aaron Rodgers and Marino are in the same class. Like, they throw a pretty fucking ball.
Yeah, that's a hybrid of the two.
Yeah.
You pass with, like, you know, Manning and Breeze and Warner. Then you had the other class like Elway and fucking Mahomes. And then you can melt the two, you'll get that class with like Marino and Rodgers. That's how I feel.
Oh yeah, I mean, we
would have to name those. We would have to first of all identify all the character, all the different types, and it's not more than four, if there is, and then we have to put everybody underneath it. That'd have been dope. We could have did it last night.
Yeah, we could have.
You could have.
But we was too busy playing spades, boy.
I was playing spades. My brother, when he said he didn't know, I know my brother. He don't know how to play spades like that. Like that last year when we said we had to go 9, when I shot that spade, and I was looking for that 8, and he didn't throw it, he fucked everything up. And he threw it at 8, and I knew the 8 was out there. You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
When he didn't throw that 8, he did not throw that 8. When I threw spades, and I threw like a 3 or 4, and those boys to my left threw like a 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, whatever it is. And my brother sitting across from me, who I've known since birth, did not throw that 8. He threw something else. And you related with the other spades. Everything off. I think either somebody's really, really smart.
Oh yeah, I just want to let you know, the next time we play spades, since I beat you, the next time we play spades, we go on Joker, Deuce. Now you beat me, we go back to Ace High.
We can do that.
Okay.
We can do that.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you need to come over here more often so we can bust some spades in. That was the first spade game I played, golly, in damn near a year.
Yeah, that was the first spade game I played since the last time I was over there.
That was Jesus.
If you want to play spades, man, we can get a weekly thing. I'm telling you, I got, you know, my daddy got dementia, but I got this thing down pat. You know what I'm saying? Once I do this, then the third, after 30 times, giving this field and that field, this nigga slump. I think we can get some spades, man. I know my nigga Walter now. My nigga Walter, a country boy, and he played on spades. Anything country you think about is him, except when it comes to snakes. Like, I don't know Walter's a snake. He turned into like a baby. He do not like snakes.
Well, then me and Walter would get along just fine because I fucking hate him too.
This nigga has seen bears. He's seen cougars. He's seen every type of animal. This nigga seen if this nigga see a snake or hear a snake, he transforms. And I can't explain. It's funny. And I'm not saying like I like snakes and nothing like that, but the way he changed, you see this dude, this bald, big, black motherfucker, and once the snake come around, or like, this shit is funny, man.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, let me get out of here and act like I gotta take my black ass to work tomorrow.
Okay, man.
I need to act like I gotta take my black ass to work tomorrow because I got to take my black ass. Gosh, I swear, I hate working on Mondays, bro. I do. I can't even lie. I fucking hate it. You know, I do.
But it's all good, man. I appreciate you having me out, man. I gotta do this shit more. I'm good now, man. But thank you, man.
Oh yeah, no question. No question. Well, look, you know, the first week of the football season, we supposed to be going to, we going to Sean House.
Yeah. That's in September.
September 10th.
You know what I'm saying? What I'm supposed to bring? Like steaks and shit.
Yes, something like that. September 10th, and Sean bust spades too. Yes, sir.
That motherfucker, you never know what that nigga is. That nigga like fucking. He like the dude from the. Remember the most interesting man in the world.
Oh, the beer commercial.
Yeah, the most interesting man. That's fucking Sean. You know what I'm saying? You won't see that nigga for fucking months, and then you talk to that nigga, and he'll be like, "Oh yeah, what's up, man? What's up?" Like he just don't talk to you 5 minutes ago. Like, nigga, where you was at? Where you was at since 1995? Full of energy. Like this nigga energy. That nigga has 1990s energy. You know what I'm saying? Like when we talking about music and shit, we like that. You can say what you want about the 80s and whatever and 2000s and whatever, but like as far as like the 90s energy, the energy.
Of course.
That's
of course.
Like he has the same speed all the time.
Well, that means that means he's consistent.
You said what?
I said that means he's consistent.
Yeah, he's consistent. Yeah, he's consistently inconsistent. Meaning he's consistently out.
Yeah, cause see.
That's my nigga though.
Yeah, I mean, and Sean used to come to all of my shit.
Yeah, I remember cutting a couple of people out.
Oh yeah, bro.
Like who that dude is? He was like, yeah, he cool. That's Sean. That's my brother.
Yeah. I mean, look, he like right around 2011, 2012, 2013. Sean was at all my shit, all of it.
Yeah.
Like remember the time when Marcus broke the glass on my door?
I remember, and that was me.
No, I know, but I know you were there, but Sean was there too.
Yeah. That's the only time I remember him being quiet.
You know why? Because he was trying to low key holler at Kia's sister.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I remember Kia had a friend. I remember we all know her. Me and you know her name. But I remember Kia had a friend. And you know what? Fuck Sean. I'm still crazy about her. I think she's beautiful. And I seen her ass, and we was over there. All of us was over there. And then Sean was like, "Bitch, you ugly."
I'm not saying no names. None. I know exactly who you're talking about.
I'm like, Sean, don't say that. How could you? Oh my God, this is not going. This is not happening. Once Sean started in on her, she packed up her ball and she went home. Like she left, and I never saw her again in person. I was like, that's fucked up. God damn you, Sean. It's your fault, man. This tequila, I'm telling you.
My fault. Oh my God! See, we got to stop doing this. We got to stop doing this.
Yeah, because I was used to frying the chicken, making the spaghetti, pouring that goddamn Captain Jack Sparrow, and it's a wrap. Nigga hand me a whole box of tequila so we get the fuck go home. That's why I'm in there.
You know, I mean, you could have stayed as long as you wanted to, nigga. You could have stayed. You could have stayed the night.
I was like, you know what? I could spend it. When I first got over there, when I first walked through the door, I said, oh yeah, this nigga frying chicken. I got liquor. I could spend the night if my motherfucker wants to.
Yep.
Oh, fuck, what's going on? I could spend the night, nigga. And I was thinking to myself, I said, when is the last time you spent the night somewhere?
Been years.
Never. You ain't spent the night somewhere since fucking Obama. And then I ate the fucking chicken, and myself said, "Phil, you ain't got to drink no more. You ain't got to smoke nothing."
You didn't smoke any. You didn't step outside and smoke.
I smoked one time because the fucking chicken was working. You understand? That fucking yard was working. I was like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? I was comfortable. I felt good. Then once you moved the spades, it was like stuff was like, you know what? We got the spades, the fight is over. This nigga Brandon talking shit to the light skin cousin. If you want to spend the night, you know what I'm saying? If you don't want to spend the night, nigga, you can spend the night. And myself was like, you know what? Yeah. I can spend the night. You know what I'm saying?
You could have, bro. You could have, because I mean, the only reason why I let you leave, because you know me, if I see you drink too much, you ain't going nowhere. But I didn't see you drink. Like talking about it.
I couldn't drink because I was full of free fucking chicken fingers. These chickens, listen. I don't know how many people listen to this podcast. I'm gonna let y'all know. These chicken fingers, these chicken tenders were as big as a fucking. They all were big as like fucking chicken legs without the bone. These bitches were big. Like, yeah. I was full.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Part of me was like, man, I hope this nigga knock this nigga out in the third round. I gotta go.
Well, see, that's one reason why I made the batter, because when you put the chicken in that batter, then put it in that flour, that makes it that much bigger. Them motherfuckers was big. Yeah.
Batter, you know what I'm saying? When you said something about the batter last night, I was like, yeah, that shit good. I didn't know what the fuck you was talking about. But I knew it was key. I was like, I just know I ain't no shit like this. I knew that shit was good. Let me tell y'all something. I don't know who else listens to this shit. That nigga Brandon, you get that nigga some dead bird, some yard bird, and some fucking grease. That shit is miserable. Remember I came to you, I was like, you know what, Brandon, you know what you need to do? We need to get some wing sauce. She was like, I don't need no motherfucking wing sauce. I'm saying, do what you just did. We can get different versions of wing sauce, and then you can have, you know what I'm saying? Because that shit was bomb, man. That shit was bomb as a bitch. That shit was bomb. I don't give a fuck with no. That shit was bomb as a motherfucker.
It was.
My brother called me. He was like, hey, my brother called me. So I texted him. I was like, look, my bad about everything, but you know good and goddamn well, no limit not better than cash money. He was like, it's all a preference. You know what I'm saying? I personally like both of them. But ask him what he did to that chicken.
And 1990s No Limit was better than Cash Money. Wody. Shit.
No, it won't. And you know
yes,
what?
It was.
Thought about it.
Yes, it was.
The only way, because when I was sitting at the table, before you know what I'm saying, I was sober the whole night. When I was thinking about it, I was like, the only way to solve this is to give him his phone, give me my phone, give him a Bluetooth speaker, and me a Bluetooth speaker, and we play a song back to back. And whoever relents, that's how we get one.
Bro, all you have to do is go to my YouTube page and listen to the mix.
I'm not listening to no
It's not biased at all. Just listen to it. I got all of your Cash Money classics on there.
You know, and when I say okay, when I'm saying not biased, okay, not biased and not strategic to me to say so. I can play some shit. We can play some shit. So you a DJ, so you know how a crowd full, you know how a crowd can get or whatever. But if we was to like get together like we did last night, and you play a song, I play a song, you play a song, I play a song, and let everybody else decide, then we'll know. And I already know how to. You said from 1996,
1997 to 2001.
1997 to 2002.
2001.
2001. Yeah, we have to do that next time.
Bro, I tell you what. No, next time you bring your ass over here, I'm gonna put on the playlist and let you be the judge. Because I put you haven't even listened to it. You have to. You haven't even listened to it.
No, I have not. That's not the point.
That is the point.
No, we gotta go head to head.
Okay.
You shoot, I shoot.
Oh my God. Fine. I mean, look.
I'm telling you something, Brandon Antonio Towns. I think
Antonio, what the fuck?
I just figured that was your middle name.
That is not my.
I just think about it.
Oh
I
my.
I have a plan in place for this shit. We gonna do this shit, man.
This nigga called me Brandon Antonio Towns. What the fuck? I didn't know this nigga for well over a decade, and he called me Brandon Antonio Towns. I have known Calvin since I was in my mid-20s. I am a 40-year-old man now, and this motherfucker called me Brandon Antonio Towns. Nigga, what?
You feel like type nigga who Antonio will be the. What's my middle name then?
I don't know. I never asked.
Okay, exactly. I ain't never asked you neither, so I gave you
one. Okay, Calvin Leon Jeffers.
Leon. Oh I pick Leon over my real middle name. That's cool. We gonna have to do this shit. We don't even have to wait till fight night, man.
Oh shit.
We can do shit.
Oh shit.
Weekend, you know what I'm saying?
I'm down, whatever.
I get this nigga down, give him his medicine. We can go out, we can come up, we can do this shit. You play a song and I play a song. And we can the nigga with the beard from DC, he your neighbor, right?
Yeah.
He your neighbor, so he's available all the time. Big city white girl night for standing. He's available all the time. And the nigga and the other nigga, okay, the nigga with the dreadlocks. I see him all the time over there.
Devon, that's my nigga from he live in Chester. He live in Chester.
Yeah, but he like this nigga I went to school with, and I be wanting to call him fucking Chris, and his name not Chris. The nigga with the dreadlock, what's his name?
Devon.
Brevon. Okay. And the nigga who is his partner.
Otis. Otis. Otis, that's his name. Otis.
That nigga name ain't no fucking That nigga name Otis Brand.
Nigga, I'm not fucking with you. Yes, his name is Otis. I'm not making this shit up.
That nigga ain't never say Otis not one time when I was dapping him up. But Otis, you gotta let a nigga know your name is Otis. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up, man? What's going on?
You ain't hear nobody say what's up, O?
I might have, but not Otis. Come on, Otis? That nigga name not.
His name. That's his name, bro.
Fuck out of here. That nigga name. You know a nigga in the black shirt who was a nigga who in the dreadlock. They was partners. I'm
about to call Devon right now on my cell phone. Hold on, time out. Oh my God. You are fucking stupid, bro.
I'm not clowning. I just didn't know. You think you would know when you meet a Otis in life?
are you supposed to... Oh my gosh. It may be too late. He may be in the bed. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You are fucking stupid. That is his name, bro. His name is Otis.
At the tone.
Yeah, he's probably asleep. Oh my goodness. I'm not fucking with you, bro. I'm not fucking with you. It clearly. Clearly, but it's my fault, right?
Hey, listen. Another thing. I know you're ready to get off. I can hear you ready to get off. I want you, when you get a chance, to when you talk to him, ask the Skip what he thinks about the writers' strike in Hollywood. Because however many years you know that nigga, I've known him just as much, if not even more.
I met him through you, so I would imagine that you know him. You've known him longer.
You know, like crazy ass, you know what I'm saying? You know, type of crazy type shit going on, and he knows he'll have some type of insight. But so what I'm hearing is the shit is bigger than what everybody's thinking it is, because you know what I'm saying? Okay, from just you know what I'm saying, face value. When you Jimmy Fallon, you know, NBC, you know what I'm saying, Jimmy Kimmel from like ABC or all them other shows, like when you see them shit on social media right now or whatever, you Google them, all you can get is like best of. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna go there. Just when you talk to him, ask him what he think about this shit.
I will. I'm still laughing at your ass about I think you would know if you meet an Otis. Like, what the fuck?
I would. Nigga tell you, if a nigga tell you his name's Otis right now, you will remember. You will remember. But no, I'm dead ass though. I'm dead ass though about that shit though. As far as like the Hollywood shit.
I am. I'm gonna hit him up. I'm gonna ask him. Oh my goodness. But anyway, let me get out of here, bro. Oh, I ain't fucking with you, bro. I ain't fucking with you. Yo, go to the YouTube page and go to the YouTube page in 5 minutes. And I want you to watch. I want you to click on this. Go to my YouTube page. I want you to watch it. I want you to scroll down to the time about an hour and 20 minutes. And I just want you to listen to yourself with your drunk ass. You funny as fuck. You funny as a motherfucker, bro. You are hilarious.
No, I'm just chilling, man. I love you, man. Be good, man.
Hey, love you too, bro. Hey, we can get up this weekend, bro. I don't care.
Yeah, we can do something, man.
Yeah, man. But yeah, so I'm gonna get at you, bro.
All right, man.
Yes, sir. Boy's words was about to start slurring. That's my nigga, brother Calvin. Oh my goodness, he is priceless. I truly mean that. But anyway, I'm about to get up out of here. You know, gotta act like I gotta work on a Monday. But anyway, I hope everybody has a wonderful, safe, and blessed week. It's your boy Brandon Brevon Towns. Definitely hit that subscription button, become part of the Sports Plus Life family. I'm out this beer. Peace. Love you.